Hi friends, dear viewers, my name is Lalit Rao and I'm the host of Philosophy Network channel on YouTube. In today's video, I'm going to review a very influential and useful book on philosophy. It is called Philosophy for Beginners and it has been written by Richard Osborne. Dear friends and dear viewers, for a layman, philosophy is perhaps the most abstruse and abstract of all subjects. This person thinks that it is absolutely far removed from the affairs of ordinary life. Now, whether one is aware or not, all of us have some philosophical views. This might surprise many people who view philosophy as being something beyond comprehension and normal interest of our daily lives. However, there is a book which can make the learning of philosophy easy for a layman, especially the beginners. This book is called Philosophy for Beginners. It has been written by Richard Osborne with illustrations by Ralph Edney. Philosophy for Beginners make philosophy an interesting subject which can also be learned by common people. It is of immense use to people who would like to learn philosophy as autodidacts. What makes this book special is that it has numerous texts about all the major philosophers with humorous illustrations. It starts with Thales, the famous pre-socratic philosopher who was the first natural scientist and analytical philosopher in Western intellectual history, and ends with Jacques Derrida, the most famous French philosopher who was famous as the father of deconstruction. Apart from these two colossal figures of philosophy, one can also find texts and illustrations about some lesser known philosophers such as John Wycliffe, English church reformer and theologian, and promoter of the first complete translation of Bible into English, and Ulrich Zwingli, the most important reformer in the Swiss Protestant reformation. Apart from discussing all the major philosophers, Philosophy for Beginners also discusses some key national philosophies such as American philosophy, British philosophy, French philosophy, German philosophy and Greek philosophy, as well as major philosophical movements such as dialectical materialism, Frankfurt School, logical positivism, Neoplatonism, etc. It should be pointed out that the illustrations by Ralph Edney in this book, Philosophy for Beginners, are extremely funny and brutally honest and act as the perfect complement to most of the short yet informative texts written by Richard Osborne. Most of these texts enable readers to quickly learn all the key concepts and all pertinent facts about philosophers. One of the major highlights of this book is its bibliography, which has been divided into two parts: introductory bibliography and general and advanced bibliography. Some of the key books which have been taken into account are Central Questions of Philosophy by A.J. Ayer, History of Western Philosophy by Bertrand Russell, The Great Philosophers by Brian Magee, The Problems of Philosophy by Bertrand Russell, A Short History of Modern Philosophy by Roger Scruton, Ethics by Aristotle, Politics by Aristotle, Confessions by St. Augustine, On Grammatology by Jacques Derrida, The Philosophical Discourse of Modernity by Jürgen Habermas, A Treatise on Human Nature by David Hume, The Revolution in Poetic Language by Julia Kristeva, A Short History of Ethics by Alasdair MacIntyre, Anarchy, State and Utopia by Robert Nozick, A History of Justice by John Rawls, Philosophy and the Mirror of Nature by Richard Rorty, Reason, Truth and History by Hilary Putnam, The Social Contract by Jean-Jacques Rousseau, Three Dialogues by George Berkeley, and Tractatus Logico-Philosophicus by Ludwig Wittgenstein. So dear friends and dear viewers, I have listed 20 books which form the part of the bibliography used by Richard Osborne in Philosophy for Beginners. Dear friend, dear viewer, if you are a beginner in philosophy, then you must absolutely read Philosophy for Beginners by Richard Osborne. It is surely going to be of immense help in your learning of philosophy. In case if you are not a beginner and have a fairly good knowledge of philosophy and philosophical concepts, then you can recommend this book, Philosophy for Beginners, to anybody who is a beginner. Any such beginner is surely gonna learn a lot about philosophy in a very short duration of time. So dear friends, this was a short review of the book Philosophy for Beginners by your host Mr. Lalit Rao. If you have liked this video, please like and subscribe to this channel, and also recommend this channel to all the philosophy lovers all over the world. Thank you very much for watching this video. Thanks a lot.